Debunkers have given Sam and Colby a rough fortnight, but it's about to get far, far worse. Hey, SEGways! What if I was to tell you, dear viewer, that I have irrefutable proof that Sam, Colby, and Seth Borden were being so disrespectful at a haunted house location that they had the police called on them? What if I was to tell you that in this video on my modest channel, we will see footage of Sam saying what sounds like he doesn't believe in the paranormal? What if I was to tell you that a sexually inappropriate comment was made towards a female staff member at this property? What if I was to tell you that property was damaged by these fellas? Well, dear viewer, you're about to see a side of Sam and Colby that's never been seen before on YouTube. Let's call this the behind the scenes bonus footage of when Sam, Colby, and Seth went to the Bellaire House nearly 2 years ago. Not so long ago, I reacted to these three visiting the Bellaire House, and despite the video's modest number of views, it was mostly well received, including by none other than Seth himself. It was a light-hearted reaction video. There wasn't really any debunks. I was just having a bit of fun and to do a bit of a roast. Well, if we fast forward a few months later, it wasn't only Seth that liked the video. A representative of the Bellaire House reached out to me and explained there was a lot more to this story than what is seen on Sam and Colby's YouTube video. I ask you to please respect that my source who showed me this security cam footage wishes to remain anonymous. Keep watching to the end because, spoiler alert, Sam and Colby have already responded to this video. Somehow, they happen to find out about this video before it even gets uploaded. Also, important information, at the time of all these recordings, Sam, Colby, and Seth were alone at the Bellaire House. Anyway, on to the first clip.
Alright, how are we going to outro this? We're going to call Kristen back here. She's going to blow all three of us, and then we're going to leave. Yes.
I'm going to do a small recap on each clip because it's not the best audio quality. Sam asks, how are we going to outro this?
Alright, how are we going to outro this?
So he's pretty much asking how they're going to wrap up the whole video. Seth responds with, we're going to call Kristen back and she's going to blow all three of us.
We're going to call Kristen back here. She's going to blow all three of us, and then we're going to leave.
Kristen is the owner of the Bellaire House. She was in my Sam and Colby Bellaire reaction video. Kristen, if you end up watching this and wish to reach out to me and give your side of what happened, I'd love to hear from you. My email can be found in the About section of my channel. So I'm sure there'll be some who say Seth is just messing around and making bad jokes. But just remember where he is and what he is doing. He is working as a professional paranormal investigator and decides to say this about the host of the house he has been invited into. From what I was told by my source, Kristen was very upset by Seth's inappropriate comment about her, and understandably so. I also think it's noteworthy Colby's response to Seth's inappropriate comment.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
Second clip needs a little explaining. Colby is sat on the sofa and next to him is a Boo Buddy teddy bear. This is not a toy. They are paranormal tools to help detect ghosts. They're actually surprisingly expensive. Anyway, my source told me this Boo Buddy teddy bear was property of the Bellaire House, and they kindly allowed the boys to use this bear as part of their investigation. But it seems to talk a little too much, and this gets on the nerves of the ghost hunters. Which tells me they mustn't think it's a ghost touching it. They seem more annoyed that they can't shut it up. Funny enough, when the cameras are rolling for their YouTube video, every time the bear makes a noise, they jump up and down thinking it's a ghost or a demon.
How about you shut the fuck up?
Oh, fuck you. Fuck. Oh, shit! He's dead! He's dead! No.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. You know, to grab this?
Yeah. Okay.
The knife you see Seth pick up is a display in the front room, and I would assume is not to be toyed with. He then uses the knife to stab the bear. From the angle of the camera, we don't know if Seth is mimicking this as a joke or is actually stabbing the bear with the knife. I'm not sure if Colby's reaction is in jest or actual shock. Next clip.
It's like trying to trick us. And even the things that he was puppeteering may just be completely fabricated. I like that story. Come on, man. Yo, okay. What? So, yeah, we might run into other spirits, but I have a feeling that it's more just be on the lookout, because it could be a demon thing.
We got to be careful of, one, Emily Davis, who's obviously the demon child, and then two, Lyde. Because I don't know if you remember this, but Lyde was supposed to be a protector and somebody that will help you through these situations. But if it is something that is puppeteering her, it could just be a giant trap for us to trust.
Oh, it is so... Dude, the Sally House all over again. Oh, you broke him! No! You just fucking kicked his face in, bro! No!
You stopped that bear.
No! You roundhouse that bear off the table!
Imagine if it talks again.
Just like, why'd you kick me, bitch?
Also, let's not forget about the Gray Man, aka the Shadow Man.
The Shadow Man.
That was insane. He said that's even scarier than Emily Davis.
Yeah, in his opinion.
Did you just fucking hear that? Yeah. That was like a...
Like a...
Yeah. Hello? No, that's not what I heard.
Well, it's a good time to go upstairs.
Alright, guys, so first investigation alone starts right now. Let's get upstairs. Yo, should we pick that bear up?
I'm gonna fix that bear. I just did that.
Just get the fuck out of that bear.
As the three of them are filming, the Boo Bear keeps going off and disrupting their scene. Colby pretty much roundhouse kicks this expensive bear and breaks a piece off, and he holds it up to the camera. Then they all just seem to scream and laugh that Colby broke somebody else's property. This next clip is a strange one. I can make out what is said at the start, and it is very eye-opening, but the rest of the clip, I can only make out bits and pieces. If you think you can make out what is being said here, please let me know in the comments. I have to thank Paranormal Party Pooper, who's an audio wizard and has helped me enhance the audio quality of this clip. Please give Paranormal Party Pooper a sub, he's great.
That's the love shots is shut. Confession number one, none of this shit is real. Confession number one. Confession number two came from a meaningless public stats. Okay. I was thinking kind of like that. Oh shit, this guy's behind the house. Yeah, I like that. Because it helps knowing this inside out. Right. Is that what it was? It is protection mist. It smells like pepper. Wow. So we need to change the S date.
A lot of this is muffled, but we can hear, clear as day, Sam saying, confession number one, none of this shit is real.
Confession number one, none of this shit is real. Confession number one, none of this shit is real. Confession number one, none of this shit is real.
The rest is pretty tricky to make out. Now, the question we gotta ask is, what is Sam talking about here? He is filming a YouTube video in a haunted house and is also looking down the table at what I assume is a bunch of paranormal artifacts. Let me know in the comments what you think Sam means by this confession. Last clip, and it all escalated pretty quickly. We now see the owner of the property, Kristen, and she looks pissed.
Yeah, it's sorry. That place is creepy.
Yeah, he has the execution coming.
Oh, we didn't even see that. That's right. Oh man, he brought me specifically those 5 things. I thought, you know, when you guys went there, he brought it to. I don't think it was the actual one there. I think it was prop. Yeah. Yeah, he brought specifically those 5 things.
Yeah. Forgot about that one.
So I reviewed a lot of my things. You know, you guys are on camera,
Yeah.
and it records everything.
Very important point here. Kristen asked the 3 boys who look like they've been scolded by a teacher for misbehaving in class, you know you guys are on camera, and they all nod and say yes. They were not recorded without their consent or knowledge. And it makes me ask the question, how much worse would their behavior have been in this house if they were not aware they were being recorded? Then the cops arrive.
And everybody downloaded everything because they were super fucking pissed off. And I was up all night, so cranky. Very fucking cranky. I looked through Mike's video, and there's nothing to say.
So which part? The basement side of it?
Hey!
That's good.
How you doing?
Very good. Look, see
Hey!
here.
I'm
Pick that
smoking.
shit up.
Yeah, you want one?
No.
Did you close it?
Don't put. So, need you to fill this out. This is for the damage to the property, and after seeing the video, Florida Police Department is recommending sexual harassment charges as well. So,
Well, can we talk about that?
we can.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You leaving this whole thing here?
Oh, I'll make your info out now if you want to return it to me later.
Can I?
That's fine. You can skip the paper.
Alright. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. Just set outside with me.
Yes.
This is where it gets very serious, and I'm not sure exactly how it was resolved. What I was told by my source is that the police told Sam and Colby they had to pay $350 to replace the bear they broke. The next day, Sam, Colby and Seth were supposed to do an investigation at the Ross House, which is a haunted house located very close to the Bellaire House. But due to the boys' antics at the Bellaire House, they were not allowed to be left unsupervised at the Ross House. I contacted a representative at the Ross House who also wishes to remain anonymous, and they confirmed this was true. I was also told that the boys only stayed at this house for 1 hour. So even though Sam, Colby and Seth visited the Ross House, you will not find this video on YouTube. Apparently it can be accessed if you have a paid membership level with Sam and Colby, but I actually don't know this for sure. I have a statement from the representative of the Ross House to read out. When an owner of a haunted house grants you permission to stay and lets you use their equipment, we expect that team to respect us, the property and the equipment. Equipment is expensive. If you abuse this privilege, you need to be held liable. You are in someone else's house. So, you'd think the video would end here, wouldn't you? But not quite, because someone from the Sam and Colby team discovered what I was up to and reached out to me.
Even walls have ears.
But I am grateful for this because it's only fair to hear what they have to say. I have a pretty good idea who told them about me because the Sam and Colby team only talk about the bear incident. They don't talk about Sam's confession, they don't talk about Seth's inappropriate comment, and they don't bring up that the police were called out on them. Anyway, I'll read the email that they sent me. Hey man, just want to reach out and say we love your content. It's super funny and we appreciate what you do. Saw you've made a few videos on us in the past and thought your commentary was hilarious. Well, thank you very much, Sam and Colby. I really appreciate that. Perhaps, dear viewer, take Sam and Colby's recommendation and subscribe to my channel and check these videos out for yourself. In your recent video about Josh, you mentioned you're working on a video about a channel who has destroyed someone's property. We want to hit you up and offer any support we can. can. We assume this is talking about us because 2 years ago we had an incident at the Bellaire House where we were messing around with something called a Boo Buddy teddy bear, which is a piece of ghost equipment. I mean, there's no assumption there, guys. Someone told you.
We need to stay discreet. He has spies everywhere.
But you know what's hilarious? The Sam and Colby team wanted to contact me, but obviously couldn't tell me that someone is feeding them information. So the take the take they decided to go with is, oh, we hear you're making a video about someone destroying property, that must be Sam and Colby. Like, whenever property's destroyed, it just has to be Sam and Colby, and we better reach out. You know what I mean? When I first read this, it really made me laugh. Because in my head, whenever Sam and Colby go to someone else's property, it ends up looking like this. Just so you have the context of what happened, the next day we went to apologise to the owner and made sure the issue was resolved. I mean, I would assume the police would have made you resolve the issue there and then. You know, since the police were called out. This is what I mean. They had no idea I have the information about the police being called out. We immediately gave her the amount of money to replace that piece of equipment, as well as realise that the equipment was not actually broken, but rather just the batteries had fallen out. This is not what was told to me. I was told the reason the police were called out is because they did indeed break the bear and they were forced to replace this bear. I will say this seems like a bit of an overreaction if it's just a battery that fell out. I wonder what piece of the bear they're holding up to the camera, but I wasn't there so I can't say 100% either way, can I? Either way, we shouldn't have been messing around with equipment that wasn't ours. Last we heard, we were on good terms with the owner and wanted to reach out to give context on what happened. Also excited to hear what you think about Cody and Satori response. Should be releasing that on Wednesday. Let us know. Sam and Colby. With the whole Cody and Satori thing, I've got nothing more to add. Beardo and Shape covered it perfectly. So I respond with, hello, thank you for reaching out and your kind words. I'll be sure to include your side of the story. Is there anything else you wish to add for the record? The Sam and Colby team responded, because let's face it, I can't see Sam and or Colby actually writing these emails themselves, and shared screenshots of text communication between their team and the owner of the Bellaire House. We came to a mutual understanding not to include these screenshots of the text to protect the privacy of Sam and Colby's team member, and because it didn't seem right to share Kristen's private messages without her consent. But I did agree to relay the gist of the messages because I wanted to share all sides of the story. Firstly, the messages clearly indicate the issue was resolved between the owner and Sam and Colby. They appear to be on good terms by the end of the conversation. However, the messages also confirm equipment was broken and, to quote, thoughtless comments were made. So yeah, there are definitely some things that need further clarification because some of what was said in those texts directly contradicts what my source was telling me. Kristen, if you're listening to this, I ask again, I would love for you to reach out to me and share your side of the story. We'll have to see what happens, and if you want to see how things unfold, please be sure to subscribe, because I have a feeling there is far more to be unearthed here. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment and let me know if there are any other ghost hunting videos you'd like me to review. Cheerio!